Hi again, this is Kyle Kopitsky at Harbor Investments. In this video, we'll be talking about the Variable Annuity Letter of Understanding, or LOU as we call them. If you've watched my mutual fund Letter of Understanding video, this will kind of go along with it. This is used for whenever you're purchasing a variable annuity. Jackson, Nationwide, Equitable, or Prudential. Any company, any insurance company that has an annuity, if we have a selling agreement with them, you'll use this form to purchase that and show the rationale as far as why you're going into that particular investment. This has a little bit more disclosures and rationale in it because it's a little bit more complex of an animal. The variable annuity gets scrutinized more by FINRA and the SEC than, say, mutual funds or stocks and bonds. So we have to have more disclosures and more rationale to defend any argument that would be brought against this particular purchase. So getting into it, you have the client name and the purchase amount. The section underneath that is simply a regurgitation of what's already on the CIP, what their objective are, what's their risk tolerance, and their financial situation. Underneath that, you'll put the insurance company where you're purchasing it. That could be Nationwide or Jackson. The product name is whatever you're going into, the Destination 2.0, Perspective B, and then the share class. It could be a B share, it could be a C share, it could be an ADV share. And then you'll have contingent deferred sales charges, which means that if the client gets out of this particular investment prematurely, they'll have to pay a penalty percentage to get out prematurely. Typically with B shares, they're anywhere from 5 to 7 years. And with C shares, they're completely liquid at the time that you purchase them. So keep that in mind when you're going through it. Like I said, these are a little bit more complex of animals, and that's why we have more rationale and more disclosures. Down below that is all the expenses, all the annual expenses, the M&E, any rider charges. If you put a living benefit rider or death benefit rider on here, we need to have those disclosed. The client needs to see exactly what's being paid in annual expenses. In the next section is the benefit of why you're going into the VA. Why are you going into this variable annuity? Is it for tax deferral? Is it for a living benefit? It could be a death benefit. Maybe they don't have access to life insurance, or they can't get life insurance, so this becomes their death benefit. Down below that is if the client has a living benefit on this thing, what's the benefit of the rider? Is there a step up or a ratchet on an annual basis? Are they getting a certain percentage income when it comes out? Describe in detail what's going on. It gives us as principals reasons and rationale to defend this purchase to a FINRA or SEC auditor. Underneath that is basically what alternatives were discussed. Were mutual funds discussed? Going into a mutual fund instead of a variable annuity? Was staying at an advisory account discussed? Why was this this VA purchase done as opposed to going into some other alternative platform? And then down below that is the disclosures, just like on the mutual fund LOU, and signature and date, and the rep signature. This is the Variable Annuity Letter of Understanding.